It's so great to be here with you. I know so many of us are just in the final wrap up of getting ready for the Christmas season. I hope it's been such a fun time preparing to have fun with your family and friends. And hopefully you've been having some time to get away into your craft room and create something beautiful. Today I'm here to share some tips and techniques on a card that I think you'll absolutely love. It's timeless. It's an amazing tip that's perfect for all occasions. So let's take a look at the card we'll be creating together today. Isn't this so beautiful? Now, the thing that I really love about this is you have this card that is very elegant, it has lots of beautiful detail. But one thing you might not anticipate when you open this is the flip aperture in the center. Isn't that just the coolest thing? And I just love how you can have different time sentiments with this and have it for all occasions. Now, if you and I have not met, my name is Emma Lou with Heartfelt Creations. If you are watching, let me know where you're watching from. Introduce yourselves. Let's have some fun together and get inspired to create something beautiful. Now, this set came from our Moments in Time collection. It was launched a year ago, so this is its 1-year birthday. So if you might have this, if you don't have it, no worries. We're going to share some tips and techniques that you can use with it, and some fun ways that you can really create this really beautiful kind of flip aperture opening. I don't know what you call it. That's what I'm calling it. So we're going to get started by showing you some simple coloring techniques with this, and then we're going to learn how to layer it together and how to create that flip opening in your card. So I'm using a combination of 2 different sets, using the Simple Moment Timepiece stamp and die set, and then I'm also using the Timepiece Sentiments. So you could choose whichever ones you want from this set, but I am using a lot of the dies that are within this to cut out the different pieces within the stamps that I chose to use. So with this, we're going to focus on stamping this one and coloring it. Not stamping it, but coloring it. So when I stamped this, I stamped it with a Lighthouse ink, die cut it out, and now it's ready to color. I'm going to start out with a beautiful magenta hue and then blend some cactus flower together. Now, I don't know if you have tried kind of color combining these two, but it is a really beautiful way to kind of get 2 tones of colors just kind of really beautifully meshed together. So I'm just going in and doing that magenta hue just right around those edges. And I love how this little timepiece clock has this opening cut in the center that gives it absolute stunning detail. Let me just push this forward a little bit and you can see that. So tell me what you're doing today to get ready for the holidays, and what are some of your favorite ways that you like to celebrate, or maybe some family traditions that you would do every year with your family. I know for us, we like to celebrate with our immediate family. We have extended family we get together with, and it's just a great time seeing everybody, enjoying amazing food. Tell me what kind of food you like to make for the holidays. Okay, so here you have this beautiful, just coloring around the outer edges. And then you can pick it up and you can come from the front or the back, whichever way works best. And you can just do a little bit of shading right in that center area. You don't really have to worry about getting it onto the timepiece in the center, because we are going to cover that, so don't really worry about that. Now, a fun way to kind of glitz and glam this up too is you could always like sponge it with some clear pigment ink and heat emboss it with like a gold embossing powder or something fun like that. Now I'm going to go back and layer the cactus flower. Just kind of bring that in some areas, and you'll see just kind of this brighter pop of kind of a deeper magenta kind of cactus flower look in there. So I'm just going to do that randomly in some spots, and it just adds an extra beautiful touch to it. And I think that's all I'm going to do for this one, so you can see how quickly and easily this is colored. Now, our next step is going to be stamping and die cutting more of these. I stamped one of this, and then I also did one of this one and another one as well. So I have 2 of these. With this one, I flipped it around, and I did cut out a circle the same size from the decorative paper, glued it on the back, and we're going to use that so that we can see this beautiful floral decor right behind this clock. Isn't that amazing? I just love, love, love how that looks. Now, before we get started putting anything together on the card, for the sake of just giving my glue a little bit of time to dry, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue 2 pieces of wire on either side, okay? So we're going to glue one on this side and one on this side, and we're going to let that dry and just give it some time. So I'm going to put a little bit of my hot glue, just a little bubble of that on this edge. Just set this in, and then we're going to flip it around and do it on the opposite side, okay? This is just a great way to create and add this beautiful wire very easily. Now, while that is drying, we're going to add this clock on the top. Now, one quick tip, since we are flipping this around, you want to make sure that where this 12 is, that on the opposite side, this is going to be upside down. And you'll know why in a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and have this 12 up here. So I am going to peel away my foam strips and just make sure that the sentiment on the other side is upside down. Okay, and you'll know why in just a little bit. So we're just going to go ahead, anchor this in, and layer this right on top. And I'll hold this up so that you can see this. Okay, so there you go. You have that layered right on top. And this is just having some time to dry. And then the other side is upside down, okay? That makes that when you flip it around, so you have the 12 here, you flip it around, that is right side up, okay? So that's just a tip that you'll want to make sure you do. Now, isn't that just the coolest thing? I just love to see that spin. So before we add this to our card, you're wanting to create your card base. You can do a small 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. You could do a 5 by 7, just make it larger, whatever you desire. I took my card base, added some pattern paper, and then I glued this white piece of paper over the top. I had stamped some decorative background pieces over the top, and then went ahead and cut in this opening, okay? Once that's done, you're ready to add your time pieces on the top and the bottom as just kind of a background. Now, I did use a little bit of cheesecloth on the back as well. This is totally optional, but it's kind of fun. If you haven't used it yet, just see how you like it. I'm just going to open this up a little bit, trim it down a little bit more. So that, okay, there we have 2 pieces. And I'm just going to put a little dot of hot glue right in the center. And then I'm going to pop my cheesecloth on the top, and we can always clip that off then. So I'm just going to make sure I have plenty and pop it on down here. What I love about this is it is so simple and easy to do, but it looks like it's complex, right? It's flat for mailing, so it's perfect for that. So once you have that on, you're going to go ahead and add these beautiful little time circles on the background as well. So you can position these however you want. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the top here and pop this right, excuse me, in this section. And then we'll do the same on this one. So I'll put a little bit of glue on the bottom and bring this down somewhere right in here. Now this one extends quite a bit over that circle. So I'm just going to flip this over and I'm going to trim that off so that we don't have it extended into the center. And you have that. Now, I don't know where you find yourself today, but if you have had some items on your Christmas wish list, or you've just had some items on your crafting wish list, now's a great time to get that wish list fulfilled. We have a special Christmas saving. It's our gift to you, where you save 15% on one item. So you can just place your order, and that 15% discount is automatically applied to the top priced item in your cart. So you don't have to add any discount codes or anything like that. So now all you have to do is just lay this little guy right in the center. Isn't this just so beautiful? You'll just lay that right in the center and you'll glue this into position. Okay, so it kind of sticks a little bit in the beginning because this is the same size circle, so that makes it nice so it doesn't really move when you're gluing this down, which is great. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to trim this down just a little bit so that it's not sticking out or across the gold edge. So we're just going to do this, just a little bit less wire there. There we go. Okay. So tell me, have you tried this technique before, or is this something completely new for you? So we're just going to go ahead. You don't want to have any glue extending into your stamped area there. So we're just going to make sure we just kind of catch the end. And then we'll have this laying here. And we'll add this gold embossed ring around the top, and that comes from this timepiece section right in here. So we're just going to go ahead and remove those foam dots, pop that into place, and then you can embellish it with your flowers and leaves or whatever you desire, which is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely love, love, love that. So we're just going to go ahead and bring this right on top, and that locks it into place. And then you can go ahead and just trim off this extra cheesecloth so that it's going just along the side of your card. Isn't that just so pretty? I just love that extra element. You could go ahead and sponge some glitter, sponge some ink over that cheesecloth. Let's just sponge some ink a little bit over that, and you can kind of see how that looks. It just adds a little bit of that pink, or I don't know if you can see it very easily on the camera. I know sometimes it's a little bit hard to see, but just adds a little bit of coloring in there. So I'm going to lay this one aside to dry, and then you can see how this one again just flips just back and forth. You have a hidden message on the back, and you can just twist that around. Then you can go ahead and add some more of those clock handles in there if you wanted to. You can put a little embellishment drop in the center as well. You can add your flowers, your leaves, and you have a one-of-a-kind beautiful card that your friends and family will absolutely love. So I hope this really inspires you to create your own one-of-a-kind project using this flip fold aperture right in the center of your card. Now, did you want to see some more samples of what you can do with the Moments in Time collection? I have some beautiful ones in front of me. In fact, if you love to create altered art, I think you're really going to love some of the pieces I have here for you. Before I get to those, I'm just going to show you a couple more variations from the Moments in Time collection, what you can do with them. This is another stamp and die within that set that is so simple, elegant, and easy to do. And you could do the very same aperture opening in the center of this one that I just did on the card today, and just have this one flip back and forth as well, which I think would be super, super pretty. So there's lots of variations on how you can really mix and match and layer it to get very unique looks. You can also do shaped cards, which is so cute. I just absolutely love this. So if you have somebody that it's time to get together, hang out, celebrate, this would be a cute little invitation. Say, hey girlfriend, it's time to get together, have some fun. So with this one, absolutely stunning. Now, the altered pieces I was talking about are these. These are absolutely stunning. There's many different variations. In fact, we actually had done a variation. It's not this one exactly, but something similar in an online class. So if you are an Insider member, you have access to a class that we taught that teaches you how to do something similar to that. If you need links to that as an Insider, let us know and we can pop the links in there for you, but you have free access to that as an Insider member. And then this is just a beautiful altered piece as well. So whether you want to create something that is less dimensional, something you can just mail, or you want to create something absolutely extravagant, you know, after the holidays, once the kind of the winter blahs are kind of setting in and you just want to sit down, make something beautiful, this is a fun project to create. Once again, the images I was using today come from the Moments in Time collection. I was using the Simple Moments Timepiece Stamp and Die set, and then the Timepiece Sentiments, and then the papers. I don't know if you have these papers or not, but the color palette, the beauty and detail of these and how they coordinate with the classic roses is absolutely stunning. I use this paper collection over and over. The colors, the palette is absolutely beautiful and just ties together cards for all occasions very beautifully and easily. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you thoroughly enjoy learning those simple tips and techniques that take your card from zero to just a timeless piece that has that wow factor. Now, if you have missed out and you didn't know this, we have a Christmas savings as a thank you for being part of the Heartfelt Creations crafting family. It's our Christmas gift to you, where you save 15% on one item. So if there's some items that you have been wanting, add them to the cart, and that 15% discount will automatically be applied to the highest priced item in your cart. So it's Merry Christmas to you. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your week. preparing for the holiday season. And Merry Christmas. If I don't get to see you before then, I do have a little reminder tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow, of a online class that's coming up next week, so you don't want to miss that. Anyways, we'll see you next time. Bye.